Hey guys, and welcome to this week's pull list section of the Coffee and Hero Show. These are all of the new releases going on the racks on the 16th of February 2022. Well, I say all the releases, these are just the things I'm reading. There are, of course, stuff outside, or there are titles outside of this. You know, there's stuff out this week like Amazing Spider-Man. I'm waiting for the #1 relaunch before jumping back in. There's things like The Flash, there's things like, there's all kinds of stuff, but obviously I'm not reading everything, despite my best intentions, but this is a selection of what's on my pull list this week, as I say. So kick things off with Marvel and Fantastic Four. So issue 40, this is the first part. Well, suppose you had your alpha issue, but this is the first part of Reckoning War, which is Dan Slott's 15 years in the making Fantastic Four story. I really enjoyed Reckoning War Alpha, so I'm going to jump into Fantastic Four and give that a go. Next up we have, I don't know if it's pure genius or pure trash, but I'm still reading. There's another way to put it, which is Hulk, Donny Cates and Ryan Ottley. I still haven't decided what I think of this title. It's nuts, it's crazy, the art is unbelievably great, it's violent, it's trippy, it's space age adventure, it's a totally different Hulk series, certainly to Immortal Hulk, which I've said before, but it needed to be. But yeah, I'm sticking with it for the first arc and we'll see where we'll go. But one thing I do know is that King Conan is awesome. We're up as far as issue 3 now. So this, of course, Jason Aaron, Mahmoud Asrar. Loving King Conan. This is sort of like, I would imagine this is their send-off to Conan. This is their goodbye to Conan, if you will. And yeah, that's just been awesome so far. Other Donny Cates work I have really been enjoying, though, is Thor. So we are Donny Cates and Nick Klein, of course, on art. This is God of Hammers. We're up to part 4 of this story arc. And again, when these two work together and do like the longer story arcs, obviously there's fill-in art, it's in between. But when these two come together to work on a long-form story, it's brilliant. I think this Thor run's been fantastic anytime those guys have been leading the charge. Next up is Venom. So we're up to issue 5 of this. So Al Ewing looks to be back on the scene with this one, and Brian Hitch on art as before. So obviously Ram V is handling the Dylan stuff on Earth. Looks like we're going to be getting some Eddie Brock stuff with this one. On to some indie stuff. So next up we have Animal Castle number 3. So this is almost like a take on Animal Farm. This is Xavier Dorison and Felix Delip. And this has been great so far. Again, it's a low print run title, so it can be a little tricky. I think we've #1s still on the racks. But yeah, cracking wee series. I think it's only going to be 5 issues. Next up, we have the last issue of this current Kanto run, Kanto 3 Lionhearted. So issue 6 of 6 for our little Tin Knight. And again, a series that just goes from strength to strength. We're huge fans of that. Speaking of being huge fans, the Crimson Cage number 3. So get your fill of hardcore violent wrestling. John Lees, Alex Cormack. I've just been adoring this. I think this series has been brilliant. We recorded podcasts recently where we were reviewing from a month or 2 ago, and you know, #1 for me was the pick that week. Just such a great series. Another series coming to an end this week is Primordial. Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino. So this is their conspiracy theory thriller, which has been pretty great so far. I'm a couple of issues behind. I've only read as far as 3, but now that 6 is out, I can burn through all of that. Next up is regarding the matter of Oswald's body, speaking about conspiracy, from Christopher Campbell. It's a Boom Studios title. I believe this is going to be 5 in total. We're now as far as issue 4 for that. Another one of my favorite creators has a title out this week, which is Rick Remender, pairing with Andre Lima Araujo, and this is A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. We're as far as issue 5 of this. This has been a great series, and it's interesting. It's a series in which almost the writer has taken a step back. There's so little dialogue in this. A lot of it is, you know, page after page of silent action, and it's just atmospheric as hell. So it is really enjoying that. Next up, we have The Silver Coin. We're now at issue 9 of the one-shot horror anthology, created by Michael Walsh, who of course does the art for every issue, but a different writer each time. So this time it's Vita Ayala, which is great. You know, you can jump in and out of Silver Coin. You can pick up issues just by creators you like, or you can get the whole thing. You know, they are individual one-shots, but there's definitely an overarching narrative that's linking them all together as well. Next up, from Declan Shelby and Rory McConville and Joe Palmer, we are up to number 10 of Time Before Time. Their Looper meets Saga epic. So yeah, loving this series. We're getting towards the end of volume 2 with this one. So volume 1's already out in trade. We're getting towards the end of volume 2. Again, just another little reminder for 26th of February, we have Declan in the store doing signing. And again, we'll have the first volumes. We'll have loads of single issues and stuff in the store that day. Or bring your own stuff. It's all free. Next up, Walking Dead Deluxe with one of the most violent looking covers ever, when you know what's coming next. Michonne getting her own back on the Governor. So we're up as far as issue 33 now, so Walking Dead just better and better. Next up is What's the Furthest Place From Here. We're as far as issue 4 now of the Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss series. So yeah, again, this has been awesome. This has been sort of like a future set Warriors type title. Society has collapsed, but don't forget about the power of music. Yeah, brilliant title so far. What's the Furthest Place From Here. It's a shame they never did get around to printing the vinyls that were supposed to come with it. I think they underestimated demand with that. So on to the DC stuff. So issue 2 for the Chip Zdarsky, Carmine Di Giandomenico title, Batman of the Night, which is reimagining the early days of Bruce Wayne, which has been, I thought the first issue was awesome of this. It was a nice fresh take on a era of Bruce's life that we don't really get to see often. A couple of variants coming up next, but again, I just collect variants for these series. So first up, we have Jenny Frisson doing a variant for Tini Howard's Catwoman 40. So Tini Howard took over from Ram V at issue 39, and it's going in a fresh direction, but I'm really digging Catwoman at the moment. I think we've issue 39 still there, so it's a jumping on point very much if you want to slice of Gotham. It's maybe a little different to the traditional Bat stuff, but yeah, I've been loving the Catwoman run ever since Joelle Jones started with #1 after the wedding. Latest edition of the Lee Bermeo show for variant covers, Detective Comics 1053. So we're continuing on with this Shadow of the Bat series, Mariko Tamaki and Matthew Rosenberg writing backups as well. So very strong package all around there. One of the covers of the week definitely is Nightwing 89. This is part of a 2-part crossover with Superman, Son of Kal-El. So Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo, making it look easy, as he always does with every single issue. But yeah, looking forward to that one. Couple to finish off with. First of all, speaking of violent covers, we have Refrigerator Full of Heads. We're up as far as issue 4 of this. This, of course, was the sequel to Basket Full of Heads, which was the original Hill House Horror launch title. And again, this has just been good, schlocky horror fun, so it has, but very much not Noel Age's title. 2 to finish off with, so we have Robins, #4 of 6. So this is the Tim Seeley series, which features every Robin who's ever existed at this point, including one who we don't know about. Dun dun dun. Yeah, been a really cool series, 6 issues just in total, so really enjoying that. And then it's a sad moment with this issue because this has been one of the best series of the last couple of years. When this hits hardcover, we will be pushing the heck out of it. I mean, it does well in single issues as well, but I think people like Tom King's work more in trades and hardcovers. But this is definitely one of his most immediate series. Like, this hit the ground running from issue 1. It wasn't a slow burn. And a lot of that was down to Bequel Ebely's artwork as well. So Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, 8 of 8. I wish this series was longer. It's just been such fun, such inventiveness, some of the most beautiful art you will see in any page of any comic, and just some great storytelling as well. So sad to see it go, but glad it exists. So Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow #8 fills out my pull list for the week. So as I say, that's my pull list. There are other titles beyond that that are out this week that just I'm not on. But yeah, everything will be out for sale on the Wednesday morning, New Comic Book Day, 16th of February. Once again, just keep in mind the Declan Shelby signing, 26th, geez, get the date right on, 26th of February, so not this Saturday, but the following one. And again, it's all completely free. So anyway, hope this proved useful for you guys as always, letting you know what's out week to week, and I look forward to seeing you in store soon, so take it easy.